Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this session of Spokane Public Schools Keep Learning Series for Literacy. This lesson is intended for all second graders, but of course any interested student may join us. Welcome to our virtual classroom. My name is Peggy Eckloff, and I'm at Whitman Elementary in Spokane Schools, and I will be your teacher for this lesson. I'm so glad you decided to join me today. If you have not seen our previous lessons, you can find them on the KSPS website. However, you don't need to see the previous lessons in order to participate in this lesson today. For today's lesson, you will need 2 sheets of paper and something to write with. I'll wait for about 10 seconds while you gather those materials. Do that now. Let's look at today's lesson. The topic is what a selection is all about. Each paragraph has a main idea. Details tell more about each main idea. We'll use our graphic organizer to keep track of our main ideas and details. You may have noticed I'm dressed warmly today. That's because we're going to be traveling to the icy and snowy landscape of Antarctica in an informational text titled Penguin Chick. There's going to be lots of main ideas and details in this text, but our focus for listening today will be, what does the baby penguin need to survive? Let's read our text now. Penguin Chick. A fierce wind howls. It whips snow across the ice. Here, a female emperor penguin has just laid an egg. It is the only egg she will lay this year. Most birds build nests for their eggs, but on the ice in Antarctica, there are no twigs or leaves. There is no grass or mud. Nothing to build a nest with. Nothing but snow and ice. Wow, so we got some main idea and details there, didn't we? Antarctica sounds like a pretty snowy, icy place. So I'm wondering, if there's no food, there's no nest, and it's cold, how is that baby penguin going to survive? Let's read on to find out. The new penguin father uses his beak to scoop the egg onto his webbed feet. He tucks it under his feather-covered skin into a special place called a brood patch. The egg will be as snug and warm there as if it were in a sleeping bag. One of the penguin parents must stay with the egg to keep it warm. But where penguins lay their eggs, there is no food for them to eat. The penguin father is bigger and fatter than the mother. He can live longer without food. So the father penguin stays with the egg while the mother travels to the sea to find food. The 2 parents sing together before the mother penguin leaves. Along with many other penguins, the mother penguin leaves the rookery where she laid her egg. The mother walks or slides on her belly. This is called tobogganing. She uses her flippers and webbed feet to push herself forward over ice and snow. Because it's winter in Antarctica, water near the shore is frozen for many miles. After 3 days, the mother penguin comes to the end of the ice. She dives into the water to hunt for fish, squid, and tiny shrimp-like creatures called krill. Back at the rookery, the penguin fathers form a group called a huddle. They stand close together for warmth. Each one keeps his own egg warm. For 2 months, the penguin father always keeps his egg on his feet. When he walks, he shuffles his feet so the egg doesn't roll away. He sleeps standing up. He has no food to eat, but the fat on his body keeps him alive. I think we need to record some of these main ideas and details on our graphic organizer. So let's go there now. Remember, you don't have to have this particular graphic organizer in order to organize your thinking today. Just take your sheet of paper and draw one long vertical line down the middle to make two columns. I'll do that with my draw tool now while you're doing it. So I'm just going to draw one big thick line here all the way down my paper. So really what I'm doing is creating a two-column chart so that I can take notes. On one side, write main idea, M-A-I-N, idea, I-D-E-A, and on the other side, write details, D-E-T-A-I-L-S. So our main idea right now that we just read is that the father is taking care of the egg. So I'm going to write father, fathers take care of the egg while the mother goes for food. And so what are some of the details that support that? How do we know that's what the father does? So let's record now. They do things like stand close together to keep the egg warm. They keep the egg on their feet. And they sleep standing up. Amazing to think they're doing all of that in over 2 months. So let's review. Our main idea is that the fathers take care of the eggs while the mother goes for food. How do they do that? What are our details that support that? They stand close together to keep warm. They keep the egg on their feet, and they sleep standing up. Let's go back and see if we can find some more ideas from our text. Finally, he feels the chick move inside the egg. The chick pecks and pecks and pecks. In about 3 days, the egg cracks open. The chick is wet, but soon his soft feathers call down, dry, and become fluffy and gray. The father still keeps the chick warm in the brood patch. Sometimes the chick pokes his head out. But while he's so little, he must stay covered, and he must stay on his father's feet. Otherwise, the cold would kill him. The father talks to the chick in his trumpet voice. The chick answers with a whistle. The father's trumpet call echoes across the ice. The penguin mother is on her way back to the rookery, but she can't hear him. She's still too far away. If the mother doesn't come back soon with food, the chick will die. 2 days pass before the mother can hear the father penguin's call. At last, the mother arrives at the rookery. She cuddles close to her chick and trumpets to him. He whistles back. With her beak, she brushes his soft gray down. The mother swallowed many fish before she left the ocean. She brings some of this food back up from her stomach and feeds her chick. She has enough food to keep him fed for weeks. He stays on her feet and snuggles into her brood patch. The father is very hungry, so he travels to open water. There he dives to hunt for food. Weeks later, the father returns with more food for the chick. Each day, the parents preen or brush the chick's downy coat with their beaks. This keeps the down fluffy and keeps the chick warm. So wow, we have a lot of things that we can record. So let's go to our graphic organizer now. So now on our graphic organizer, you have several main ideas and details that you could be recording. I'll show you the ones that I chose. On this part, I want to talk about how the mother returns with food. So the main idea was that the mother was returning to the rookery with food. So mother returns with food. And then what are some details that support that? She feeds the chick. The chick stays on her feet. Remember, she's keeping him warm and snug in that brood patch. And then she preens, I like that word, or brushes his downy coat with her beak. And remember, she's doing that to keep him warm so that he stays warm. Okay, go ahead and record your main idea and your details that support that. Let's read again what I've recorded. The main idea was that the mother returns with food. My details are she feeds the chick stays on her feet, and she preens or brushes his downy coat with her beak. Let's go back to our text now. As the chick gets bigger, he and the other chicks no longer need to stay on their parents' feet. Instead, they stay together to keep warm. This group of chicks is called a crèche or a nursery. The chick now spends most of his time here, but he still rushes to his mother or father to be fed when either one comes back from the ocean. Sometimes the chick and the other young penguins dig their beaks into the ice to help them walk up a slippery hill. They toboggan down fast on their fluffy bellies. The chick grows and grows. After 5 months, he has grown into a junior penguin. He is old enough to travel to the ocean. Now he has let me read that again. Now he has a waterproof coat of feathers instead of fluffy down. He can swim in the icy cold ocean because his feathers keep him dry and warm. The young penguin spends most of his time in the water. He swims, flapping his flippers as if he were flying underwater. He uses his webbed feet to steer wherever he wants to go. He catches a fish with his beak and swallows it head first. So let's go back to our graphic organizer and record this main idea and the details that go with it. So let's think about what's happening in this section of our text. It seems like the baby penguin is starting to change. So for my main idea, I'm just going to write the word changing because that baby penguin is starting to change. And how do I know this? What details support that idea? Things like the baby chick now has a waterproof coat of feathers. He doesn't have that gray fuzzy down anymore. He's now spending most of his time in the water, not on his parents' feet. Spends most of his time in the water. And he's starting to catch his own fish. So I'm going to write catches fish. So let's just review that quickly. The main idea is that the baby penguin is now starting to change into an adult penguin. Our details that support that is he now has a waterproof coat of feathers. He spends most of his time in the water, and he's beginning to catch his own fish. Let's go back to the text. Now the young penguin can catch his own food and take care of himself. In about 5 years, he'll find a mate. Then he'll take care of his own egg until the chick can hatch. So what do you think? Did you find some main ideas and some details that tell more about those main ideas? You have a lot of knowledge of what baby penguins need in order to survive. So let's explore that now and go to our writing prompt. So let's look at our writing prompt for today. What does the baby penguin need to survive? What do you need to survive? You have a lot of information and details on your graphic organizer about what baby penguins need to survive. You can also make a personal connection about what you need to survive. Let's combine those two ideas in our writing response today. I'm going to share with you my writing response. Remember, yours doesn't have to look exactly like mine, but I wanted to show you what I was thinking. Here it goes. Just like baby penguins, we need our families to survive. Father penguins take care of the egg by keeping it on their feet. I also need a warm and safe place to live. Mother penguins feed their new chicks the fish they have caught. I also need food to survive. As penguins change and grow, they catch their own food. As children grow into adults, they begin to do more things to take care of themselves. Penguins and humans need others to survive. So what do you think? Did I include some details from my graphic organizer and from the text? And did I make a personal connection about what I need to survive? Thank you for joining me today, second graders. Take care, and I'll see you next time.